Okay, so this is the second video. This is we're going to show you where to buy all the assets that you need for this project. Okay, so I'm going to show you what web pages and the links below in the descriptions, so you don't have to go searching for all this stuff. Now, a lot of this stuff, like the keyboard and mouse and such, if you already have that stuff, great. Use those. Don't buy anything extra. These are just, what I used for my setup. So basically, that's it. Let's go ahead and show you what you need. Okay, so the first thing you will need is the 3D print files to create it, and this is what I grabbed. The Retro TV Raspberry Pi case, version 2. Okay, so basically it gives you everything you need to build it, as you can see here. All right, I'll show you exactly where to get these three things here, or four things. You actually really don't need this cable, but if you want to go ahead and get one, get one. I was able to do it without this cable, so but I will show you where to get all this stuff. All right, so if you got a 3D printer, this is what you need, in addition to something I created, which was this block here. Okay, you'll need this block too, because when I put the screen on, I built this block here to basically act as a support. Okay, so I think you'll definitely need this when you decide to build. All right. Okay, so here's where you get the screen. Okay, I'm getting them AliExpress. Yes, you could get the screen on Amazon or wherever, but it is literally twice the price. Okay, so if I look up this touchscreen LCD display for a Raspberry Pi, be on Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. Okay, you look at 30, 40 bucks, okay, for the same thing. All right, $37, $37, $38. It literally is the same thing, but for $15. All right. When it comes to Raspberry Pi projects, I usually don't buy anything off of Amazon. Okay, so which one do you get? The Pi 4 or the Pi 3? It doesn't really matter, because all that matters is this little piece here, which is useless for this particular project. All right, if you're going to use it for other projects, then it would matter, but for this particular project, this doesn't matter. So if you pick up either one, it don't matter, and it's still the same price, because we'll be replacing that with our own HDMI connector. Okay, here's your soundboard. Okay, again, $14 here at the AliExpress, and it's a lot cheaper than you would be getting it on Amazon, which I think is 28 bucks, I think, or $30 for the same board. So definitely buy it here. The next thing you need is ribbons. You need to build your own HDMI ribbon set. So the ones that you need is the A2. So you just select A2, add to cart. Okay, you need A2. You need I believe D3, which is this one right here. So you add that to cart too. 5 centimeters FFC. Okay. Okay. With this, you need style E for your bottom connector. All right. This comes out of your Raspberry Pi from here, and then spits out the back, so you can plug it in. Okay. So you need style E. Now, the only thing you will be buying on Amazon is a set of screws like this. Okay. You're going to need most of these screws here for your project. If you don't want to buy these screws and just get a small set at Harbor Freight, then go by all means do so. I'll give a list of the description of screws in the comment when we build. Okay, next is a SanDisk micro SD card. This is what's going to hold your operating system for your Raspberry Pi, and pretty much that's it. You don't really need a 16 gig. You could actually get away with like an 8 gig because you're just holding the operating system. You won't be holding the video files on this card. A wireless keyboard that uses a dongle like this. Okay, you need this kind of dongle. All right, so you don't have to actually buy this one. All right, I bought this one because it has the trackpad on it, and you can use it like a mouse, and But if you already have a wireless keyboard that has a dongle like this, then like a Logitech or whatever, you just use that. But if you don't and you want something like this, then get this. Another reason why I like this is because it has all this feature here. I can just play and pause my videos. I can put it on mute if I need to. I can control the volume of the Pi. So there's a reason why I actually chose this one. Okay, so this is what you're gonna have your videos on. This is a tiny thumb drive, like crazy tiny. As a matter of fact, you can kind of see it right there. That's how tiny it is. All right, right there. You need it this small to basically put into the Raspberry Pi case without having something huge stick out. And you can buy whatever size you want. I would recommend nothing less than 256 because there's going to be a lot of video files take up a lot of hard drive space. So if you can find a terabyte, it doesn't have to be SanDisk, just one of these ultra thin hard drives, thumb drives. That's what you really need. All right, a power supply. This is basically for your Raspberry Pi. You definitely want something that is 20 watt, 4 volts, 5 volts, 4 amps. Anything less than that, you're going to get a low power icon popping up all the time, and it's annoying. I would buy one with a switch on here. Some of these don't come with switches. I would buy one with a switch. Believe me, when you need to reset your Pi or cycle your Pi, unplugging it and plugging it back in is a bit annoying. So a toggle switch on here definitely makes life a lot easier. And trust me, coming from experience using Raspberry Pis, you know, this switch is kind of nice to have. Okay, so let's talk about buying the actual Raspberry Pi. All right, I would recommend you buy it from Adafruit. Okay, you can get the 1 gig, 2 gig, 4 gig, or 8 gig. As you can see the prices here. These are reasonable prices compared to what they were during the pandemic, which were double, triple these prices. If we go to Amazon, you'll see that the 2 gig model is selling for almost 60 bucks. All right, the 2 gig model should sell for $45 or even less. Actually, I've seen it less, but it's rare. I personally have the 4 gig model. All right, what this means is how much RAM is on the board. Just like your computer at home, the more RAM you have, you know, the more easier it is to bring up programs and run files and stuff like that. So it's up to you. 1 gig should do you just fine at $35, but if you can support the 4, get the 4. You can use this for other projects and have enough memory to do so. But this is where I would recommend you get your Raspberry Pi from. So there you have it. That's pretty much all you need for this build. Once you get all the parts and start getting it in, then you can go to town building this thing up, which is in the next video, and I'll show you how to build it. If you don't have access to a 3D printer, if you don't have one yourself, maybe you can find a friend that does, that'll print you the parts. If you want, I can maybe print the parts for a nice low cost. I've already printed this project up, so I kind of know the ins and outs of the how to print it. And it doesn't even have to be the exact same setup. So if you want a different color or custom color scheme, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So I'll see you in the next video, and we'll put this thing together.